Hello, welcome to Courageous Consciousness. I'm DJ Gallup, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do pendulum self-diagnosis, and this is so much fun. So I hope that you guys will grab a pendulum and do it right along with me here. So anyway, in case if you've never done this before, a pendulum is a simple little tool. It's basically any weight that's on a string or on a chain, like this one right here. And this is one of my very favorites. I have 5 or 6 pendulums around. Now, what you do want to pay attention to if you are going to be doing this here is you don't want to use anything that's too heavy. For instance, I have this pendulum right here, and it works, but it doesn't really give you the best result because it's actually a little too heavy. It really kind of takes a little bit to hold it up. So if you don't have an actual pendulum, don't worry about it. What you could do is go grab like a bolt and just tie it to a string, or a piece of jewelry and tie it to a string, or put it on a chain. You can use, a fairly heavy necklace if you have something like that. Anything that has a string and a fairly decent amount of weight on it will do just fine. So what the pendulum does is it tells you the state of the chakra or the part of the body that you are inquiring about. And what you do to do that is you basically just put it in front of that body, and subconsciously, you don't even have to say it out loud. Subconsciously, you just say, hey, what is the state of, of health of this part of the body, or what is the state of health of this particular chakra, okay? Now, what you're going to be looking for here is a few different things. One is, the main one, is you're going to be looking at the shape that the pendulum makes, okay? Hopefully what you want is a nice clockwise circle, okay? We're looking for a nice clockwise circle, and it will go like this, all right? If you have a clockwise circle in front of your chakra, guess what? Your chakra is open, it's working, it has energy, it's fantastic, okay? Now, what happens if you don't get a clockwise circle? Well, if you get a counterclockwise circle, it means that your chakra is metabolizing energy from the world around you. So it's not the worst thing to ever happen, but it's metabolizing energies in a way that's not particularly useful for you. So you would want to do some energy work there. Just, let's say with your brow chakra, you could just put your hand on your brow chakra and encourage it to heal, okay? Now, if you are getting a vertical swing somewhere, okay? Now keep in mind, every chakra has a psychological function as well as a physical function, okay? So if you're getting a nice, vertical swing up and down like this, it means that in that chakra you have been trying to bring the energy up toward the spiritual as a way of avoiding earthbound energies. So maybe you've been spending a lot of time in meditation, a lot of time in prayer, a lot of time in contemplation, and not spending a whole lot of time working with people or trying to avoid earthbound energies. Now, if you're getting a horizontal swing, it means exactly the opposite. It means that in that chakra, you have been bringing your energies down toward the earth as a way to avoid spiritual interactions. And then the very last one you're going to be looking for is completely still, completely no movement at all. And if you get this in front of any chakra, that, I'm not going to say it's time to worry, but you do have to treat it right away. And I would say, do some work yourself, but that might be a time that you might want to actually call an energy worker, because when your chakra is completely closed and still, it means that big health problems might well be coming your way, and we want to avoid that, right? So anyway, that's one thing we want to look at is the shape. And the other thing we want to look at is the size of the swing that your pendulum is making. So a perfectly healthy, really open chakra will create a nice, beautiful 6, maybe 5 to 6 inch circle. And you'll feel a pull when you're doing it. So you will actually feel almost like it's being pulled down and away from you. And it takes a little bit of practice to feel that, but what you really want is a nice 5 to 6 inch circle, okay? Now, let's say your circle is clockwise, but maybe smaller, let's say 2 or 3 inches. It's nothing to worry about. It just means that you probably are having a little bit of tiredness in that part of your body. Your chakra is just not metabolizing energy quite as highly as it could be, and that area of your body is probably exhausted for some reason or another. Maybe you have an injury there or something like that, okay? So we're looking at the size, we're looking at the shape, and kind of to a certain extent the pull. And you know, certainly the more of a pull you feel away from your fingers, that means that there is a lot of energy being metabolized in that chakra. So without further ado, let's do the demo here. So if you guys want to do this for yourself, you can do it right here along with me. I'm going to start with my brow chakra just because, hey, on this camera, that's the part of my body you can see the best here. So don't worry if you start it, you know, you could start it off with like a little swing when you put it in front of you. I just think that kind of puts a little energy into it. What will happen is it will find its own orbit, if you will, okay? So I'm going to start it right here in front of my brow chakra. And we're going to see how it goes. And it takes maybe 5 to 10 seconds for it to find its path here. Good. Believe it or not, I'm not swinging this at all. And the cool thing is that once it finds its orbit, it can stay there indefinitely. You can, as long as you can hold your arm up, this orbit will not change. You do not need to put any more energy into this pendulum. So I would say right now, my brow chakra, it's about a good solid 4 to 5 inch circle. It seems to be doing pretty well. It could be more energetic. I have seen this chakra be a little bit faster in the past with a little bit more pull, but it's fairly good. It's open. It's doing its job. Okay? All right. Let's do my throat chakra. Once again, it takes a few seconds to find that path. Good. And I would say this is a good solid 4 inch circle. It's a little smaller. Yeah, it's a little smaller than my brow chakra, but it's doing okay. Cool. How about we do my heart chakra? My heart chakra is usually pretty open. I do a lot of work with my heart chakra, especially with my massage clients. Yeah, that's a good 5 inch circle. That's pretty healthy. Now, of course, you have the 7 major chakras of your body. So you have one at the base of your spine. That's your root chakra. You have your sacral chakra, which is a couple finger widths below your belly button. You have the solar plexus chakra, which is in your mid-abdomen. You have your heart chakra here. You have a smaller one called your high heart chakra right here. You have your throat here. Of course, you have your brow and you have your crown, but you have hundreds of minor chakras all around the body. The belief is certainly that every single joint has one, and the belief is that most organs have a minor one as well. So I'm going to show you guys, just to show you a example of how things are different, because I know this one's going to be different. I'm going to show you guys my right shoulder, because my right shoulder has been fairly injured recently. I have quite a bit of pain here. It's been causing me to sleep a lot, unfortunately. And yeah, it is barely moving. It's certainly not in a circular pattern. It's actually kind of a vertical swing. But certainly it's very, very, very slow. Not closed though, thankfully. Here, but let me do my left shoulder, just to kind of show you guys a different example. My left shoulder has been more or less fine. Yeah, it's a little weak. It's maybe a 2 to 3 inch circle roughly. But certainly it's better off than my right shoulder. And then what's really fun is usually to do your crown chakra. So actually I'll move the camera up a little bit here so you guys can see. The crown chakra is the one chakra that on almost everybody it's almost always open, because you always have that connection to your spiritual self. That's what the crown chakra is related to here. So what you could do is, usually it's not only open, but it's really open. So let's see. It's cool. I don't usually get to see it on camera, so. Oh, that's nice. That's a good circle. I would say that's a good 6 inch circle. It's going about around my whole head here. Yeah. So anyway, pendulum self-diagnosis is a really fun thing to do, and it's a useful thing for you to have around the house because let's say you are the energy worker in your household, you can use this on any friend or family member. You can find out exactly where you have to work, the parts of the body that are having the most trouble. My massage clients, they think it's amazing when I use this because a lot of times clients won't tell you everything. A lot of times clients will kind of keep some information to themselves. And so I like to start and end using my pendulum, and it just gives me a good idea of where I need to work. And so sometimes, maybe I'll be over the client's left knee, and and it will be still, and my pendulum will be still there. And I'll say to my client, hey, what's going on with your left knee? And they always get so surprised. They're like, how did you know my left knee was hurting? I'm like, well, pendulum never lies. So it's a really fun thing to play with. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to leave a comment right here on this video. And of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. It is Friday, so I'll make my next video on Monday. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Namaste, and thank you so very much for watching. Have a great day.